Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting week of Wednesday Night Fights Guilty Gear Strive Edition. I'm back once again, Zero on the mic, alongside Tabby joining me once again. How are you doing, Tabby?
I'm doing great. I was just enjoying some of that excellent King of Fighters 15 action right before coming in, and I'm glad to be here for some excellent Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, are you seeing some crazy news there?
Right I apologize if I'm coming through and Tabby's coming through, but I don't have any sound from Tabby's end, so I'm hoping everything is all good.
Oh yeah, no, I hear. Did you hear it now or no?
Let's
Am I all good?
take a gander at that bracket, shall we? While
Yeah, let's take a gander while we
sound to start out.
Actually, we might have to forego the bracket. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Is that me not having any sound right now? I apologize if I'm ruining this entire broadcast.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, we're a little. It's a little tricky right now. Give me a second. There we go. Let's go do it from here. Boom.
All right, yeah. So it looks like the first match that we have going on right now that'll be coming up will be Stealthy and Razzo. Then we got Umisho and Mira. Then we have Krieg and Papel. And then I believe the last one on the loser side is Muram and Native Persona. So these are going to be a couple of exciting matches that are coming through tonight. We've been seeing people like Stealthy, Razzo, Umisho, Mira, Krieg as well, week in, week out with some of the highest level Guilty Gear Strive action that is to be available, and at least through these tournament series. But a couple players, Papel and Miram, I'm not super familiar with, unfortunately. But we'll definitely be seeing some fantastic gameplay from them. It's definitely going to be an exciting showing coming out. Seeing, once again, we're back to back week. This is a consistent trend for these past couple of weeks where we've seen Umisho and Krieg both entering the top 8, both with that happy chaos and just essentially dominating all the pressure in the field. But there's generally always, one of the warriors that's able to break through. Just like how we can break through all the barriers to use all those codes on the Matcherino. The more codes that we claim, the more prize money that's able to go to these players, and it's definitely able to help support them with all the hard effort that they do to play these games at the highest competitive level that we can.
Yeah, for sure. And Zero's gonna jump right back in. He's having a little bit of technical issues, but I think he should clear it up soon. Zero, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Apologies for the hiccup there, but I have sound. I can hear everything, and I'm sure Tabby was doing great running the show as well, too. It sounded like it, so once I finally got in. So thank you for that. Sorry about the delay.
All right, yeah, let me... Yeah, since you came in, it man, we're having challenges everywhere. Since you came back in, let me go fix your screen real quick. Yeah, I got a little lost in the sauce. Hold on, give me like a second. I can just tell these guys to start. How about that? I would help us out.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them to start. yeah, we'll do that, man. I'll fix that stuff in the back. So let's go.
For sure. Sorry to make things difficult to start out here tonight, but we got our top 8 figured out here. We have Stealthy and Razzo to kick things off. I mean, what a stellar top 8 turnout that we do have here, especially character variety as well. We do have a Happy Chaos, as I'm sure you probably went over as well too in this bracket. So looking forward to seeing some of that. Seeing folks getting around this character. Solutions are being found, but the one solution that remains constant is that Razzo is definitely going to be one to beat in this top 8.
Well, you also have to look out for Stealthy, as they've been showing basically every week into here, being probably one of the strongest absolute showings around these parts, and especially versus the Leo match. It's something that they could really use in their favor to potentially go quite far. But as we know, Razzo has that X factor that they're able to take matches that seemingly they shouldn't, but Stealthy seems to have a good start right now. He's playing a really good strike throw game right there. Just back-to-back throws to take that round.
Unbelievable. Carry you all the way over to the corner by throws alone. No buttons pressed whatsoever. Nice little carry here from the jump slash off the wall. Razzo was definitely poised to get that shatter there. Smart burst from Stealthy here.
With the jump over throw back to mid-screen, nice block on the overhead right there, and now we're once again in Stealthy's game. The SDP to beat out the Runson's an interesting call right there, but you know, Stealthy just playing it really calm, not trying to bait into any of the frame traps that Razzo's doing, but gets a nice clean hit of the combo into some bombers with that one vision.
Beautiful carry to the corner, not enough to get that shatter that we're looking for because we want to catch up on resources there. Good throw read from Stealthy here to try to turn things around. 50% tension there. There's the blue drift, not going to work out here. Razzo answering right back.
Yeah, good guess on the low right there after Razzo crossed through, and nice clip with the 2H right at the end there, allowing Stealthy to take it 1-0 over Razzo. You know, this is one of the stronger performances I've seen from Stealthy coming out, specifically versus Razzo. He feels very in control of these games, where Razzo is usually one who doesn't allow their opponent to get in control. So it's you know, maybe everybody's a little tired. It's been a long night, but Stealthy is, you know, is rocking it, and hopefully they can, you know, continue that through these next games.
Yeah, and that's the catch with Razzo, right? We've seen before that Razzo is capable of, you know, doing a late game adjustment, able to kind of turn things around and let the first game be that download session or try to learn how the opponent's going to play today. These two, like you said, have gone back and forth, has made several appearances at Weds Night Fights as well. Okay, go for spin cycle here, Stealthy. Razzo at bay.
Yeah, Stealthy just doing anything to keep Razzo out. We saw really early on just the constant left-right, but gets the DP whiff punish, and now bringing him back full screen, tying up the health totals as well. It's a great spot for Stealthy to be in, allowing Razzo to get a little bit closer and gets the DP. But a burst from Stealthy out there, keeping himself safe. PRC out, nice 16 on the jump in.
Yeah, a little more difficult there to put out those frame traps and overheads, right? Especially too, since Razzo is charging for flash kicks here. 5K puts you the foot, press down on the brake, full stop, no more advancing for you.
And just like that, stopping their burst gauge from existing with that around 2D. And you can see now, but Razzo's already got him in the corner. And this is going to be a great situation, forcing that meter burn in. The low hit on the fuzzy right there, knocking up Stealthy into a wall break after the series of overheads. Big damage with the super right here. This is a great spot for Razzo to make a comeback with, but, you know, Stealthy's not out of it just yet.
Yeah, Stealthy attempted that backdash in the corner. Got themselves in a spot of trouble here. Razzo taking the round there. And starting to begin that forward momentum of just turning things around here, trying to answer back after that first game. Good air control from Stealthy.
Yeah, just constantly utilizing that far slash right there, trying to make sure that Razzo can't get anything high risk. Is not something you usually see coming from the Axel in these situations. Right? But, you know, Razzo's trying to do their best to just block and find that opening and not get hit. You know, and the charge just comes out. Bombers in the mid screen, no conversion into a whiff, but no punish from the full screen.
Yeah, Stealthy has been really pulling, just literally reeling Razzo in for the close range, which is absolutely a nice 2K interrupt right there. And Stealthy, again, not allowing Razzo to back off. Once that risk was franked, it was a complete turnaround right there for Stealthy. Razzo is now holding this corner. Nice PRC to regain composure there after the whiff throw, but caught on the low again. Great burst once again from Stealthy.
Yeah, Razzo also just made him burst back, so Stealthy gets 2+ hit. This could spell danger for that, but, you know, Razzo, Stealthy just keeping it really calm right now, just constantly getting those low pokes. The whiff burst, but no full punish, wasn't prepared for it. BRC out trying to get some kind of mix, but it's the 2K, and that's going to allow Stealthy to take it 2-0 over Razzo.
That's one of those buttons that you see from Axel that, you know, just kind of frustrates you because, you know, the Axel player is definitely mashed that 2K button. It's similar to the, you know, the 2P, 5P from Zato as well. Like, I know if I leave a gap, there's going to be some sort of poke coming out of here. It's just fast enough, and Stealthy sneaking in that 2K for those full interrupts, and it's kind of holding Razzo at bay, not allowing Razzo to start that corner pressure that we've seen time and time again. Stealthy going into this game 2 is real strong right now.
Absolutely, yeah. But you also have to remember with Razzo, the longer these sets go on, the better that they get. And you seen very early on that Stealthy has been opened up by these quick 5Ks into run throughout a back turn. So if Razzo can find another opportunity like that, that could spell danger for Stealthy if they're able to just keep repeating that process. But Stealthy just keeping him out. Nice hit with the PRC right there, forcing a burst out from Razzo.
Yeah, and like you keep calling out too, is that Stealthy is just remaining calm, cool, and collected. Even in previous games, Stealthy would get hit by a significant combo and just like nothing happened. Water on the duck's back and just continues the next round. No big deal in here. Oh, caught the drift startup. Wait a minute.
It's 6 frames. That means he just enough time to throw it right there. But Razzo only a touch away right there. Stealthy now on game point. But just trying to check with the 2S if it gets the whip throw. This is bad for Stealthy right now. Razzo's getting off to a really great start, forcing that burst early on.
Good just block right there from Razzo too to close that gap. There's our DP to the corner. Goes into turbulence just to get the back turn in again. Goes for that overdrive. Gonna get that hard knockdown here. Not gonna kill yet, but has a positive bonus. Stealthy in a bit of trouble, but we've been here before. Stealthy going into this next round of game 3.
Yeah, sometimes you have to take those wild guesses, but just like that wild run through right at the start of the round. Checking Stealthy's jumps that they've been really doing early on this whole game, and now you've already got him into the corner versus with Leo's excellent button pressure that he has through this game. You can see right now, Stealthy's a touch away from death if he's not careful, but Razzo's got to work to get in.
The whiff throw, that'll do. Oh, yes, that'll do it. That last second burst, you can't forget about it because sometimes, you know, you might sneak that in there, but Razzo, of course, far more ready than I was in that situation and definitely able to call it out. Right. So like you said, this might be the turnaround for Razzo here, going for that late game adjustment. We've seen it before, and it's still, to this day, just the immediate adjustment that Razzo can make. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Being able to kind of turn it up to 11 and really crank on the aggression on the opponent here. Already got that knockdown, which is scary. Nice duck of the 5P, so had to burst out of there. Wants control, says Stealthy.
Yeah, you can see, but Stealthy's more than comfortable getting close in and personal, but so is Razzo getting a nice counter hit on the 214S. And so now they're going to be able to play that excellent backturn game, getting the Batista bomb into the corner, and it's going to wall break right there. Oh my goodness, Razzo is showing that they're using all the options right at the beginning of the round. Stealthy now having to keep a lot on the mental checklist and keeps going for those early those round start jumps, which Razzo I think is desperately caught on to. Is going to potentially be bad for Stealthy if Razzo keeps catching onto it with no change.
Yeah, that could kind of be, you know, Stealthy's Achilles heel in some matchups, right? Where Stealthy will kind of just stick to one particular game plan and not adjust it, but get really stubborn about it. He said, no, I know this works. I saw it work once before. It has to keep working. We want to see these adjustments. And Stealthy is definitely capable of sneaking out. So this is the time to do it. You're at 2-2 on the winner's side of this top 8. Let's try to change something up here. Let's figure it out. Get that spacing that we originally had in those first couple games and readjust that game plan entirely. Because you're right, these jump-in call-outs are starting to become a problem.
Yeah, and you're in the unfortunate situation of not only forcing Razzo to guess, you're forcing Leo to guess, which is generally favored for them in a lot of these situations. But you have to start making that adjustment because we're going to see, once again, he tries to go for a far slash this time, but Razzo was already ready for the immediate change and just was able to get a nice trade in, forcing Stealthy all the way to the corner already with first DP block, though. This is huge for Stealthy to bring it back midstream and big damage. Gets the Winter Cherry. One vision in the corner.
And just like that, too. Pulling out a command grab. We've not seen that the entire set. So good to save that ace in the hole here. Got crossed up a couple times. Can't block forever. Good. Whoa, wait a minute. That was Razzo's throw.
Yep, and it's also Razzo's life bar to take. Stealthy, though, still with that wall break bonus right now, sitting with 100 meter and potentially more, but Razzo's just going to go run through after run through, now bringing them to game point right here. You know, this is still anyone's game, though. Stealthy just has to really make those harder reads against Razzo, which, you know, like I said, is it's not an easy thing to do. Goes for the cross-up, blocks the GP.
all out on that DP right there. We're seeing a lot more 2K, 2D return here. Nice, got the positive bonus, but you gotta make it count. Don't let it run out like you did last round here. Great life advantage, and we're going to the final round of the first set of the night here for this top 8. There's the jump in returning, just in case you forgot. We still got jump in stealthy here. Great carry. Let's represent options that we haven't used at all in the set. Stomp the yard with some overheads out here too, with the pressure, the risk. 2K still sneaking in.
Able to match right there with due to the minus screen being just close enough for extra 2K to work, and brings them back to the mid screen now. And this is, Stealthy needs to find that opportunity to not get hit. It's the unfortunate situation, forcing a burst once again. Tries to hit with the JS, but throws Raz over the corner.
Nice jump in there, risky business too, considering flash kick potential there. Great tech. The knockdown comes through, full screen situation. Nice flash kick through the Rensen there. Forcing Stealthy to pause for just a moment. Got the PRC, unburstable situation right now. The jump back slash. Fighting for that space. Stealthy barely has the lead here. Okay, good block. 2K2D again. Burst connects at the very tip. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Okay, one interaction per player here.
That was a very dangerous situation, but he's able to tap the dust right there. This is now any player's game. And it's a scary situation, and it's definitely Stealthy favored, just being able to control that space with the jump normals. Jumps over the command throw, but Razzo closing in with the nice block and uses the fireball to get over the 6H and is able to take that over Stealthy. Oh my goodness.
Able to sneak in a heavy fireball in the decision for the overhead attempt. You had the meter to cancel out, try to make it safe. You could have PRC'd a bit, but the fireball's so quick. There's no way out. And you just got smothered by it. My goodness, what a set to start out the night. And that late adjustment in return from Stealthy really made the set, because that could have been it. That could have been Stealthy's victory right there. But Razzo got the ball rolling pretty early on in the set, and great stuff for both players here.
Yeah, Razzo really able to make those hard adjustments that they needed to take over those games. And I'm just still baffled about that fireball right at the end right there. That's like one of those, okay, we have all the options on the table. This is one of the worst ones. Let's do it. Because
absolutely.
I wasn't prepared for it. I got hit.
No!
I got hit by it.
Especially during the 6H like that. That's crazy to see. But next up, we're going to have another crazy set here. We have a Soul and a Happy Chaos. Umisho up against Mira. And boy, this is going to be interesting here to see if Mira's got the stuff, the gusto, if she can close it out against Umisho here, because Happy Chaos has been the problem character at Weds Night Fights for sure.
Yeah, you can see right at the round start, this is, it's a hard matchup for Soul, and Umisho has just been able to take it under control with those gunshots from downtown, keeping Soul out and then jumping in right as a punish for that 6S. Deus Ex Machina coming out to break the wall and break the health bar, but not that just yet. Still 50 meters to spend on Mira's end.
Right in front of you there, nice aim, and Mira has to just guard for her life. That's ultimately what she has to do at that range with, just a chip away from death anyway. So now we have this distance game that we can play full resources available to try again. But relentless onslaught of bullets coming at you and curses from Umisho makes it difficult.
Yeah, this is one of those things that you're going to be seeing from time to time of someone just not being able to deal with Umisho pressure specifically. I feel like is one of the stronger Happy Chaoses in the nation. But we were able to find a good clean hit in the corner, and he gets a nice reset afterwards for big damage on the wall. They only need one touch to really take these games into their favor, but they got to work hard to get through the Umisho wall.
6H and get punished. Goes for the vortex from downtown. Had enough meter to go for PRC, but was interrupted by the 2S there.
You can see once again just using those 2Ks to the fullest effect and just keeping those hits coming, but Mira's got a pixel to work with. Let's see if they can make some, Umisho's only got a pixel to work with, so Mira just needs that one good hit, but Umisho's in a great spot. PRC out, jump over the clone bolt burst.
Okay, that's a good call though, because now you can refill concentration. It's a checkmate situation at that point. Full screen, you can rebuild concentration, and you can still cancel back if you need to. You have basically full control of the screen at that point with 100 tension there. So that was a great decision on Umisho's part for that burst.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's a great, it's honestly also just a great panic option right there. You see, you know, with it not being a DP fortunate character, unfortunately, you don't have those reversals. So you got to use what you can when you have it, and those last round situations, last touch, you use it or lose it, and they used it to the fullest effect right there. Just like Mira had to use it right there really early on to try to stay in this game.
Yeah. Okay, first up, trying to reach for that 2S counter hit. Oh, Bluebeat could have blocked. Fortunate there, got a staggered dice throw.
Once again playing that good old strike throw game, but they're playing their own strike throw game, getting stuck between the clones, saying this is your time to be in the corner, but Umisho with a good backdash, but still gets SDP'd and thrown back into the corner.
Great throws, Red RC trying to call out a burst that was never there in the first place. Umisho start this pressure here, cloned up, and also has burst out there. And again, full screen situation with the clone right in front of you, full concentration too. It's a nightmare scenario if you're Soul here.
Yeah, you know, for a normal Soul, this is Mira that you're talking about, which we've seen them make those breakthroughs every so often, but unfortunately they weren't able to do it just right there. But you know, once again, just Umisho finding those right openings to get the nice hit to force him to go full screen. Nice IBF.
Yeah, absolutely.
IBF once again.
Mira's doing a great job of closing these gaps here. It's just honestly, once that life deficit gets to that one more touch interaction, it's such a checkmate scenario for her. Just like you can only dash up and try to block so fast, and even then you're trying to look for those instant blocks as well. You're trying to mitigate the pushback entirely, and Mira once again caught between a rock and a hard place here.
Yeah, you saw that the bait from Umisho of doing the very quick reload right there, trying to force Mira to do something that would be put them in too high of recovery frames right at that range, but they were able to quickly read that was going to happen and just try to go for the dash block to break in a little bit closer, and it was still unfortunate went to Umisho's favor after that really nice read right there, where they're able to take it 2-0 so far. You know, Mira's gotta do something right now. They gotta figure out a way to break through that wall that the raining hellfire that's coming out from Umisho right now.
Yeah, and you know, Soul, one of those harder characters, kind of really, like, definitely has the damage, right? But it's all it's going to take is that one touch, and once Soul gets in there, it's fantastic. But it's about covering that ground. Clone, unfortunate, the 2S sitting right behind Umisho right there. Deus Ex Machina doesn't even worry about reloading here because of it. Still had a full clip anyways.
Yeah, just using it to guarantee that damage, trying to just end this round as soon as possible, knowing that if Mira does get that one touch, it's bad for them, and they're now taking it to game point. You know, with burst, Mira though still almost having burst back after using it pretty early on. And you can see that Umisho just going for the rapid shots, saying that we're going to stay full screen, but only down with one bullet now. This is actually potentially a pretty scary situation if Mira plays correctly.
I mean, it's looking pretty solid right now for Umisho. I feel like that was almost a message at round start there. Like, look, I'll give you just one bullet. It's all I need. Oh, yeah. It's a frustrating matchup to deal with, especially as Soul, especially as the traditional running characters in this cast. Happy Chaos is a really, really tough matchup. Some of the stronger characters I think in this matchup are definitely, you're looking at like your Leos, your Giovannas as well. Being able to just use their unique dash to really close the gap, especially the Giovanna factor as well. Like, her speed in general can really interrupt a lot of what Happy Chaos is capable of, and that's really strong in this matchup. I mean, we've even seen it too with Potemkin having, you know, those answers there, but it's about finding those answers with Soul in this matchup here, and it's definitely a lot harder than some other characters might have.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. A character I think that also might have a potential for that is Faust. We got coming up versus Krieg right now in the first game of our losers. You know, Faust just honestly, items might just pull you out of situations that you normally wouldn't be able to. Getting a nice meteor or a bomb or even a mini Faust parade coming through can definitely turn the tide in situations that normally other characters would struggle with severely. Just like you're seeing right now, Krieg playing as Krieg always does, with the excellent gun pressure from full screen, forcing Apple to do something, and they're just not able to find an opening.
Yeah, I mean, that's the caveat in this matchup, right? Is being allowed to throw an item. How quickly the resources are available for Krieg and Happy Chaos makes this really difficult for Faust to really get that chance. And you gotta hope at that point that the RNG is gonna be in your favor. Faust has some reach, that's for sure, and we're seeing it here, but it's also gonna push Happy Chaos back into a perfect position to kind of counter his own goal.
Yeah, but you can see Papel getting a nice counter right there, being able to go for the mix, and trying to find something, but Krieg was just able to block everything that was coming their way. Purple beat into the corner, goes for the Deus Ex Machina, get the reload with the concentration, and big damage over on the Faust.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a slump situation too. So, I mean, honestly, the world was your oyster in that corner situation, and Krieg wants to close it out quickly. Is definitely looking to do so. I don't care how much faultless defense you got. I'm in positive bonus. I'll hold this hip fire all day.
You may have a faultless defense, but Krieg for sure has a faultless offense right there.
Does it block bullets? Is it bulletproof? I don't think so. I don't know.
Didn't bring the Kevlar to this matchup, which is something you might you might try to need. Hopefully you can toss it out of the void right there and pick it up. But you know, Papel really, one thing that I noticed immediately is they were going for those immediate run start J2Ks, just trying to catch something from Krieg.
True.
Krieg was more than ready to just walk back or walk forward to get under it. And you can see right again, you know, try to use those round starts, but Krieg's just willing to play a little passively and let you mess up to utilize this big damage in the corner as well. Deus Ex Machina super early as well, 11 seconds into the round.
Gosh, and you know, it's not hard for Apple to put themselves in a situation where it's advantageous for Krieg. You know, just opening yourself up in general, trying to close the gap, and trying to navigate the minefield or bullet hell that is a Happy Chaos matchup for this character.
And you can see they were actually able to find an answer sort of early on, but those two Ps right there, hitting that nice range that Krieg doesn't have a lot of tools to deal with. And now we get the Scarecrow mix into the corner. This is looking like Papel's round to take.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes it's the simplest solution you're looking for, because it was nothing fancy. Just run up, got a couple 2Ps where you're ducking under 6P, but here we are. Full screen situation, plenty of bullets, cursed up, even time to reload now that we got the hits.
Yeah, they're just keeping that pressure through, and he was able to find that power slash and try to make something happen, but forcing the first over from Krieg, and is able to get it once again. You know, Papel showing that they're not taking this down without a fight, getting the first item toss of the game as well coming out right there. And but Krieg's already adapted to that 2P strategy that Papel's come up with, and just mash it out there with the 2P. Tries to go for full first, but isn't able to get anything off it. This is going to be a great situation for Krieg.
Yeah, you know, that'd be tremendous if Faust could have meter in those situations. There with teleport with purple RC, or even, you know, the item toss as well too. But gosh, this is looking real dire here for Papel 2-0 starting out for Krieg right now.
Yeah, it's definitely, we've seen Papel always start to excel as soon as they got 50 meter. It was always, that's when they were able to use either use it to gain a closer advantage, or is able to throw out a riskier option and then PRC it to become safe and keep that close range. But you don't think of Faust as like a close range brawler, but in this matchup you have to be. You have to be able to get in there and be able to pressure Krieg while they don't have a chance to pull that gun out.
Yeah, and you know, on the other side of the coin too, is just like being able to contest in that midstream range as well. We saw a couple times there from Papel, but again, it's on those rare occasions where Krieg gives you that opportunity, whether they're concentrating at the wrong time or reloading at the wrong time. And again, full screen situation, Deus Ex Machina, you're not going to burst out of this.
Not going to burst out, not close enough to the wall for a wall break either, but it doesn't matter. Playing duck hunt right there and shooting the Faust out of the sky. And now we're at Krieg match point over Papel. Let's see, they're able to get the burst into the corner. This is a great start for them. The 2S coming out, makes the burst with. This is exactly what Papel wants. Gets the mix over in the corner. Item toss coming out. Mini Faust potentially saving them right now. And it does but unfortunately, Krieg still has that time to recover and put some back into that classic gun pressure from full screen.
Yeah, and still closes the gap here to just at least retain the life lead. Has time to concentrate just a bit more. The full backdash, but we're out of concentration. This is an opportunity for Papel right now, and it's all about capitalizing here. Nice The knockdown mix pressure continues, but Krieg able to recover in time. Oh my goodness, the jump 2K for the round.
Yeah, Papple's definitely going out swinging with that 5D. He was trying to get a hit right there, but they need to find that opportunity once again, and Krieg's just not having it this time, saying, okay, you know, I tried playing with my food a little bit, but they got a little too rare, so let me finish this off properly. You can see he's just maintaining that full screen, just maintaining that gun pressure through and through, and this is exactly what we saw these first 2 games. It's a hard situation for Papple to get to, but that crawl speed is very helping.
Really good burst right there, able to get 100% attention here. All the options, the world once again in the favor of Papple here. Got Afro State on, able to get a jump D as well. Stand up for me real quick. I need to talk to you. I've had about enough of you shooting at me from full screen there. Oh no.
A nice gold burst from but gets the teleport mix into the air throw, and Papple's going to be able to take that round. Oh, I thought with that gold burst, it was over for Papple right there.
Yeah,
it was just Krieg full screen 100 meter, but you can't do anything. You do a happy chaos about that. But Papple able to utilize that fast crawl speed over from Faust to just get that close in, PRC out of the Scarecrow mix, and got a nice read on the air throw.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant maneuver right there, and Papple not out of this yet, but still a tall mountain to climb here. Krieg, you know, just again, like you said, maybe it was caught playing with the food a little bit too much, a little bit too rare on the steak there. You know, maybe get a little more cook on there, let it sizzle a bit.
And you can see this is a great situation for Papple, getting that double item toss out there with meteors and trumpet, able to play that striker game. Krieg now sitting full screen with a nice haircut, and it's going to be a very dangerous situation for Papple to try to get back in once again. But they still got burst. This is something that we've seen them use in these situations time and time again, but he's just adjusting those timings ever so slightly. We've seen it work wonders for them right now.
Yeah, and especially at full screen, what can you do? You know, once you get caught, popped up into the sky, and it's steady aim after that, you get juggled by bullets. Big opportunity here, great teleport, cancels into command grab, caught the hair, the Afro is on fire. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Reversal of the health lead right there. Just one touch away for both players. Nice air to air. Dust is not going to connect. Shit starts to become a factor 2P pulling through this time though.
Yeah, Papple really showing that they're ready to scramble right at the end. They're not going down without getting that last swing in at least, and it's been working wonders for them. But once again, Krieg just putting them into those early situations where they have to scramble, with throwing down to 40% life right after one interaction around starts to do that major chip damage. Concentration super, this is great for Papple right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely another really difficult situation. Krieg maintaining those resources and not giving Papple any opportunity. We're cursed up, lots of concentration usage here.
Double cursed up on a Wednesday right now, and Papple's just, this is what we saw from the beginning. Papple needs to make an excellent set of reads. They're free to make one major mistake to really get the tides turning, but just like that right there, this is exactly what the crowd is able to shoot through the barrel. Now gets to play that strike throw game, setting him up with a new haircut. What's the mix once again? Goes overhead. Hits the JD though, forcing a burst out for Krieg.
Yo, the teleport pulls through here, got the counter hit. Nice PRC to pick up off the wall here. Not enough to kill quite yet, but this is a great round for Papple right now. One more touch, and again, caught Krieg backdashing for their lives. Papple ties it up 2-2. Are we about to witness history? Faust taking down top tier right here, right now?
Hey, is Papple getting any gaggles going on over here, or what's the deal, bro?
Is Papple going to get the gaggle of victory? Time will tell. We'll see here. We don't want to jinx it. Look, Papple's catching a gaggle of bullets, that's for sure. But
true.
Look, I need y'all to use the gaggle of coupon codes at Matrino to support Papple through this time of need.
Papple definitely needing that support right now as Krieg just raining down once again with shot after shot, bringing him into the corner. But this could actually be a big opportunity, forcing the burst, and now he's able to crawl into that close range, gets the command grab. This is a great start for Papple to start controlling that mix once again. Double overhead.
Oh!
On the JD, thrown back into the corner, saying, "You're going to stay here." And gets the scalpel hit for the wall break.
We got negated concentration, just completely gone at round start. Poor burst, no bullets right now, so we're gonna get full bullets here. The super PRC to carry over, okay. No concentration again, but gonna get air thrown. Oh no.
Giving them that time to recover from the concentration. Papel needs to be good with those blocks right there, but Krieg isn't letting them have it, bringing them to match point right now. But we've seen Papel come back from this. This is anybody's game at this point. Papel's an excellent of threading the needle right, or threading the scalpel, I should say.
Okay, so
you can see him just like
we
that.
got the threading. There it is. Okay, the close-up. We're gonna get the good cut going.
Krieg has just been getting hit by that.
Set the Afro on fire. Watch out for the explosion. Be ready for it there. Oh, not gonna happen. But we got the 5K converting over. Got the donuts, the mix.
Forces YRC burst out in the corner over from Papel. They're still coming out. Bag Bob coming out. 1,000 ton weight coming through. Papel just trying to find those openings. And it just keeps going.
Risk is great. The command grab. Papel here, bringing it back. We're 1 round away, and it's literally once the command grab connects, Papel is on top of it, smothering any opportunity Krieg has. Low concentration. This is a big opportunity for Papel to keep it going. Burst out immediately. Krieg in trouble, needs to concentrate, but look how fast Faust is skittering across the floor.
It needs to concentrate with blow on bullets and found that opportunity, but they were out of concentration for just a moment, giving Krieg that opportunity, or giving Papel that opportunity to come in. Krieg, though, now finding themselves in a very comfortable situation, but we'll have to see if Papel can just break through that one more time to be able to take it.
Okay, has to be so careful. 50% tension. There's the teleport PRC into the wall. Jeez Louise, this is the hit we're looking for. Gets the hammer toss. There's an Afro right there at the knockdown. Oh no, we're in trouble. There's the bomb.
Nice
blame. There's the bag bomb for you. Are you kidding me?
Loust no more. Papel taking it over Krieg 3-2 after a drastic comeback. Oh my goodness.
Yo, that match was so godlike. I had to push that button with my big toe. Damn. To close out that window, that was like.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll call Elvin Shadow right now. Let him know what just happened. Faust supremacy going on here. And get those fresh cut clips ready, because the barber was in-house still giving haircuts. It's the pandemic scenario. You know your local barber is coming over to your house to help you out.
And you better tip them well, because Papel must be teaching them a thing or two. Because I just have to give Papel I just want to clap. I just want to give them a standing ovation. That comeback was insane. Just the constant fighting those opportunities, finding where Krieg messes up slightly, and then capitalizing it to the fullest potential.
That's, you know what? Only at a Weds Night Fights are you gonna see a Faust make a comeback on Happy Chaos. Well done, Papel. We still have plenty of matches on the way. Miriam and Native Persona out here. That's Chip and Soul Bad Guy. Good luck trying to live up to the hype of that last match. And I know it's possible because we got Chip on the screen. And we've seen Chip time and time again, zooping all over the place. Putting on the mix. What does Native Persona have?
Well, Native Persona has the one advantage of playing honestly a lesser known character on the grand scale of things for Strive, where if Miriam can find those opportunities, it's Chip, it's the Twitter clip character.
Yep.
They're gonna die in one hit, just like that. A good clean hit STP right there, dealing big damage and leading him into a huge 40% life, 60% life deficit right there with just a couple buttons.
Oh, you know it's coming. Come on. The vortex, you see the purple RC come through. We know that Wild Throw is about to grip.
Absolutely. Yeah, Native Persona really just needs to find that opportunity to start running their mix where, but Miriam's not allowing it, just finding that one chance and capitalizing it to the fullest extent. Oh, K Alpha Blade coming through, now allowing that mix to happen. Forces burst out though. Nice play, a little bit more careful, but Native Persona's not even having that. Just keeps mixing over and over, TP out. Yep. Saying no thank you.
Yeah, see, that's the catch. Oh dear, that's a really bad scenario. The 5K turnaround right there. Clean hit, Volcanic Viper. Not too tall for a nice little shatter through there. That's the unfortunate thing I was going to say, that when you're going up against a character that has a DP, much like that one right there, cleaning the clock of Native Persona. A lot of that overhead mix is a little less scary. Like, look, I'm caught in a corner. You're going to try to double overhead me. You know I'm churning the butter for a volcanic viper in your face.
Absolutely. Yeah, just even buffering that DP and saying, if you do something, I got to press one thing. That's it.
That's it.
As well as DPing, even like if you go for the opposite side mix, if I DP'd, I blocked it.
Yes.
But you know,
it's definitely a tough matchup. I'm just considering, like, if you could potentially let that DP rip and you force that situation. Again, Chip at a low life point here. The overalls are strapped up though for Chip here. Farmer Chip coming at you.
Yeah, he's working hard and work to try to find anything to get out of this. The DP clip him just at the very top. This is, you know, classic Soul Bad Guy, just finding those right edges to utilize the big damage. Already a good couple hits. RC's out of the DP, trying to find something, but this is looking like a great game for Miram right now.
I see the vortex from downtown. I know there's a 50% tension ready to go. Okay, what's the mix after this? Far slash, great decision to block from Native Persona here. And the bringer, great DP from Native Persona there, and good punish, but unable to call out the burst. He was just a little too committed right there. We saw the hesitancy. Oh no, Native Persona, a Hail Mary if I ever saw one.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those situations you could be spaced out a little bit too far to make it safe, but it was not, unfortunately, in that situation, bringing them just to the corner and allowing Miro to take that success right there. And, but Broadward in the corner, once again, it's exactly where Chip wants you to try to create those mix of opportunities, but Miro just bringing it back to the mid screen and using that classic Soul Bad Guy slash button to really do a lot of damage.
And another one, 5K. You know, there's one character that can certainly challenge Chip's speed, and it's this one right here, Soul Bad Guy, out here with the 5K of the gods. Nice run-up throw. Okay, come on, OTG, get that extra damage. Come on now.
Yeah, nice ID right there on the mix. Tries to DP, but Native Persona was ready for it. But Mira was also ready for that Gamma Blade. Is able to take it 2-0 over Native Persona right now.
All I've seen so far in this set is that every time Miram gets put into a corner, it's just DP. There's no mix. If I have DP, there is no mix. You don't understand. You're not allowed to alpha anything. Well, I am the alpha with my Volcanic Viper.
The mix becomes, are you going to get hit by the DP or are you not going to get hit by the DP?
That's the mix.
Duel 1.
It's a 50-50 every time. You'll have to see how it works out for you. The clash is at the round start for both players. But Native Persona finding that opportunity right now to get Miram all the way into the corner.
6S and oh dear. The Canada burst out there. My goodness. All right, nice RC DP. Again, what are you thinking? We've been punished by this how many times now? But it's that muscle memory too, right? It's so hard to just remove that if you've been constantly punished by the wild throw reset.
Miram's ready to go all out, just winding up that fist with the biggest punches that they could bring, and just DPing once again on the jumping opportunity, saying, no thank you, I won't have it. And just keeping him, oh my goodness, the counter hit bar slash once again with the RC against Chip. This is huge damage, but not enough yet. Native Persona can still make something happen.
Waiting on Persona 6 to happen. That's what we're waiting for, or Persona 5 Arena. But right now, Guilty Gear Strive, Soul Bad Guy out here claiming the game. Miram 3-0. And you know what? A beautiful, beautiful series of sets. A beautiful round of games. But we're here with those hot clips brought to us by Fresh Cut to announce some of those winners right there. That's right. You got the community contest going on right now. You can submit the best clip of the night for a chance to win a free subscription to Level Up Live's channel. And we do have 3 winners announced right now. Check these out.
Okay, good tech. Yo, these guys are on another plane right now, dude. Get off me. They gotta do something. They gotta waste meter, dude. Dude, they're at the dollar store right now. They're just buying everything, bro. Look at this. Spend it. There it is. Spend it.
Don't spend it. Don't spend it all.
Dude, they're gonna spend it every time, dude.
Not in that scenario.
Dude, their mom gave them $5, dude. They're spending $6. Okay.
Oh, that's game.
Look at this. That's it. It's a wrap, dude. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, clutch.
They're not cheap, dude.
Clutch from Anthony. Short, it's over. Savvy with the walk-up throw. Savvy with another walk-up throw.
Oh, that was it. No. Oh, Savvy. Oh, of course you're gonna be mashing that DP, dude. It's the future of Street Fighter. Freaking Luke.
Has to charge concentration. Resources are low here. So it's a troublesome situation for Razo because, of course, concentration. The wall is closing in. That drift, brilliant stuff. 100 tension, you're able to, 1, drift, get the DP. 2, call out the burst. You didn't finish the combo, but that is fine. The 2K clutch. All right, congratulations to our winners from last week. Thank you so much for submitting your awesome clips. You know, I did get to see the tweet from Chris on that Luke play right there. Boy, you know, it's a good time to be a Luke player right now in Street Fighter V by the looks of it. And I gotta say, how are you gonna come out with the name Hadouki and lose out to Ken's Hidoken? Come on.
Let me announce the winners again. So the future is here. That means the Luke clip. Rotary Lover 89, congratulations! You won the one of the subscriptions to the channel. The next one, Spend That Cash, with the 2 Shoto players playing. That's Dr. Darling, and then the Damn with the Guilty Gear clip. That Rexzu won the subscription to the channel. So thank you guys so much for supporting us. All right, the match time. Boom.
It is match time. Thank you so much. Fresh Cut out here helping out with all these fantastic clips. You can check out that website there as well for more hotness. But right now we got the hotness here. Gold Burst. Looks like Papple is going to have to survive Miro. And potentially, it's going to be another soul if we keep it up. I mean, we'll see here. Calling out 4. 3 going to connect here. No burst opportunity. Oh, wait a minute. Whiff the... Okay. All right. We almost dropped everything right there.
It was a little bit of scramble at the end, but you know, Papple had their eggs this morning, so they were good to go. And this is definitely a matchup I feel like Papple is more happy to play with, even though it is, you know, still a little explosive on the Soul Bad Guy. And you're not dealing with bullets coming from downtown. But you can see Mira's still fighting.
Happy chaos, absolutely.
But Mira's wanting this match to end as quickly as possible with that Tyrant Rave at the wall, dealing huge damage over to Papple. But Super PRC tries to go for the command grab, but Mira reads it with the backdash, and DP's out for the round.
Good back from Mira, not swayed. 6P attempt here. Yeah, you're not going to hook from back there, that's for sure. 2S counter hit, great. And a call out on your burst? That's a shame. That is a gosh darn shame. The close slash. Fainted out for a heavy.
It didn't have just enough meter for the Tyrant Rave right there, but is able to use the BRC from that meter gain and quickly getting it back with positive bonus. Apple needs to guess correctly a couple times, but gets thrown into the corner with those 7 golden letters coming up over for Mira to take it up 1-0.
All right. Yeah, explosive in a different kind of way. You know, instead of a gun, you got Soul Bad Guy coming at you.
Yeah, this is one of those. I was gonna say, this is one of those matches where it's a little bit easier as the Fausto pilot, but it's Soul Bad Guy. No matter who you're playing, they get that one right read in, they get in there, hit a nice, good old fashioned close slash, and you're in for the big damage coming through.
You know, just one reset away from the command grab. Here comes the kids from kindergarten. Recess is out right now. Whoa! Yeah, Reverse wants to hold that positioning, throw it back to the corner. Banana. There.
Bomb and meteor coming out.
Yeah, meteors, bombs, playing some tennis, double explosion.
Another bomb coming out with the kids and a mini Faust. This is potentially huge for Papple, but Mira was able to find that opportunity to stay safe, but not safe from getting mashed out.
Yeah, you know, those kids actually really saved Papple from a much worse interaction in that corner situation. So thank goodness for them pulling through in the clutch. Mix into the bomb, and the kids are working for Mira now. Mind the betrayal!
Substitute teacher day. and it's going to work out great for them coming out. Gets a Fafnir blocked into the corner, is able to use that strike throw to get a nice hit with the throw reset and an RC, and this should spell death, but doesn't get the clean hit with the DP, so had to do one more interaction. Burst almost back for Papal.
Yeah, try to sneak in another overdrive towards the end. The counter hit came through. Mira 6S there. Ooh, great poke. Bombs away. Nice call out. The kids are coming out to play one more time here.
The banana out to control space once again, but a donut coming up will allow Mira to stay around for a little bit, and once again has those the Faust Parade coming through. Trying not to pick up that afro either, thrown back into the corner. Oh my goodness, this is Papal just trying to shimmy out, trying to get anything to get a nice hit. 100-ton coming through with that mix, another 100-ton coming out. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the PRC afro time for you. Apple getting pushed back in the corner, and nice, the jump deconnects, bad burst. Oh no, not even, whoop. Look, these victories need to stop almost slipping away. I don't have the heart strength to keep up with all of it.
The banana actually hit Mira right as they landed, so they were knocked up a little bit higher. So I think Papal was just saw the confirm of the hit and was going for the same timing, but it ended up not working out in the end, and it was just slid right under those because with the banana just knocking up just a little bit higher. Was going a little bit too much towards the muscle memory there, but was able to quickly clean it up with a 2S right at the very end.
That's true. Okay. Good call out there. Papal still able to pick it up though. That's the scary thing. Every time Papal drops it right there, like even that first game, that vortex was on the way. That could have been counter hit. It could have been over. Burst out in the corner to find their footing again by tossing out every item. And Smash Bros is not helping out.
No, Final Destination is not the stage you're playing on. You're on Council at 3 right now. And these items are just really coming out, but Mira's been getting pushed into those trumpets again and again and again, which has been, I think, very beneficial for them. One thing I've noticed with Papal is they've been very lucky on their items these games coming through. Not as many foods or even banana peels have been great to just keep the space out of Mira.
Whoa. And the bomb able to save Papal, but for how long?
Not long enough, as you can quickly see.
Yeah. The inevitability of being shattered through a wall by Soul is just a name of the game. It's a core mechanic.
System mechanic, getting hit in the wall by Soul bad guy. But the Afro is on fire, so one bad hit could lead to a huge problem. Parade coming through, getting that mid-screen extension. Item toss coming out, it's 2 bombs, an Afro, and a hammer. But is able to not get hit by any of the bombs.
Okay, so Mira, oh wow, is in a great position to convert this here. Just getting burst in the nick of time there. Bringer will shut things down, hold this corner. The delay just long enough for a clean hit Volcanic Viper. Great red RC. Just bounce off the wall one more time.
Yeah,
was
this has
back
been
to Papa was the move in NBA Street. Bouncing off the backboard for the slam dunk. Let's go.
I haven't thought about NBA Street in a decade. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, oh, that's a blast from the past right there.
We're here to age ourselves today at Wednesday Night Fights. Okay, well, game 4 going at it here. Mira up 2-1 right now.
You see, Mira is really always allowing Papal to maintain that space, but they're always very comfortable just immediately jumping back in. Meteors coming out once again. So many items on field, but kids are over on Soul's side this time, and wasn't able to get anything too crazy off it. Papal mashing out.
Oh, wow, big counter hit here too. No burst at all. We're gonna hold on to it here, and don't forget, you still gotta block high. That Afro makes you much taller than you're supposed to be.
Yeah, Papal wasn't able to get the full extension right there at the very end, but uses the 2S to clean it up, which seems to be their tool in those long-range scramble situations. He's able to read the throw with the jump and baits the burst right there, throwing him all the way back mid-screen, getting a couple items to keep that mix going.
Yeah, PRC remains safe. What a backdash, avoiding that command grab there from Papal. The turn is in Mira's favor right now. Nice poke. Slash working out.
You know, one thing we haven't seen from Papel, like we saw very useful in the Half Chaos match, is their use of teleport with the scarecrows. Obviously, with Soul Badge Guy, if they read it and they DP you, you're in for a bad time. But just utilizing that option could definitely keep Mira on their toes. But you don't have a lot of toes to play with towards the end of these games. Once they kill you right there with that throw in the corner, bringing them to match point.
Little Faust was primed and ready to save Papa Faust, and it just turned around, turned away. The moment Soul picked up Faust, actually, you know what? Stacked from the kitchen real quick.
It's like you see the big guy get pushed over. He's like, no, I'm good, not fighting that guy.
I have backup at first. Now, no, I can't handle this. Situation jockeying for that position here. And you know, you did call it like the teleports too. Just more items in general, I think, is Papel's focus here to kind of really destroy Mira's day. Like, this is just exhausting to deal with in general. Blue RC, trying to get the 5K to connect. Got a gold burst opportunity here.
And a golden hit right there in the corner, being able to use that meter to try and hit Papel, but dropped it at the very end, and the jump JD will allow Papel to take it, bringing it 2-2.
Just tried to go for the reset. It was the right call, simply because we wanted to make sure we got the kill on the next interaction. I mean, we did see that, like you said, the close slash drop, and the Mira still kept their cool, so that was great. It was just the next interaction after the throw attempt, and Papel was ready for just jump D all day.
Mira's generally a pretty throw happy player as well in those situations, so it was a really great read on Papel's part to see that coming and JD out of it. Burst coming out, but you're getting hit with all those items on the way.
You tried to burst and it just wasn't close enough. The command grab does connect here.
DP as well.
Yeah, wasn't able to confirm the counter hit and went up for a 5 dust, unfortunately, there. And now Mira trying to keep this corner positioning. PRC call out the jump D, pulls through. Papel throws out even more items.
And Mira just a chip away, tries to use the teleport right there, gets the punish on it, but the Afro bag comes bouncing along, is able to get it. Papel now sitting on match point.
You got to pick yourself with your Mira right there too. All you had to do was block and just was anxious. Had to guess on which scarecrow was coming through the close slash. Where do you think you're jumping, Papel?
You know, it's one of those in those high tense situations where that you can forget that bomb bounces that far. And, you know, it's something that Papel was definitely prepared for with that teleport situation. PRC coming out after the vortex though. Mira looking at a very dangerous life total with gold burst right in the corner.
Great YRC post backdash there from Papel. Papel putting out the hands, the overhead scalpel. Are you serious? Papel is the underdog of the night here at this point. My goodness. The return comeback against Krieg and now a comeback against Mira. This is crazy.
This is insane. Papel just always finding themselves going to the end. Oh, it's game point every single time, and they're just able to eke out that win in those scramble situations, which is it's just so impressive.
Hey, a gaggle of items will really help you out in that situation.
Right?
I mean, it's
exactly.
Just like you came fresh from a shopping spree at Costco, or just like, you know what, here, I got it all. What do you need? More Excedrin, Nerf guns, whatever you need.
Get yourself a nice TV while you're at it down there.
There you go. Talk to Intel, get you a couple processors, the Vizios, they're coming through. And they're going to be coming through into this match arena. Win yourself a little prize there if you're in the bracket. All you got to do is, hit the claim code. It's real easy. And you know what? You have a shot at that nice little pop bonus brought to us by Series E in Esports Arena. So make sure you join these Weds Night Fights. And if you're not in it right now, just claim code. Easy peasy. Help out these players. It'd be fantastic. And now Stealthy up against Mira here.
Yeah, you know, Stealthy could be using some help right now with the big damage coming from Miram, just already bringing him down to 40% super quick into the round. And in a matchup that's traditionally Axel favored, but Miram's not having it, saying, "I want that run back. I want to be able to see the spotlights," and it's just taking it very quickly, not allowing Stealthy a chance to breathe.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice slash there from Stealthy to start the round. Full screen situations, pull things up, get the crisscross applesauce going.
The good old melty blood mix with in that situation, and Miram just utilizing that jump pressure, but Stealthy able to throw him into the corner and continuing it once again.
Okay, holding on to the burst for this round, a perfect round no less for Stealthy. Miram is just gonna make sure we have all resources available here in this final round for the first game. Jump back slash, patented here at this point for Stealthy, and just, you know, Axel players in general. Great 5K, 2D. Whoa!
And the charge just after the Bandit Bringer forcing a burst out for Miram, saying, hey, there's more characters that I can do this to. And the whiff DP, unfortunate that Stealthy wasn't able to get a full conversion off of it, but still able to get good hits, keeping Miram in that full screen situation. But Miram just needs that one touch to really get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and almost got it too right there with the 6H, but we're going for a reversal overdrive. You know the close slash was coming up, and even if it wasn't, it was going to be a throw. Look, Stealthy knew they could get that right in your face. Miram going down in the first game.
Yeah, Stealthy really just going a lot more aggressive than they normally do, because I think they realized they needed to match that momentum that Miram was bringing to them. Yeah, you saw in that first game, Stealthy just tried to play like they normally do and got obliterated for it. So once they were able to match that energy, match that vibe, they were, you know, in a much more comfortable situation with them, forcing Miram to play on their toes a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. The 6P start, great option to beat out the slash start from Stealthy.
You see the 5P to beat over the Gunflame. Gets a nice counter hit right there, forcing the burst out from Stealthy in the corner. This is going to be big damage coming through.
Oh no! It was going to be big damage. I was supposed to do the 2K into Heavy Volcanic Viper, but dropped it entirely, giving Stealthy the opportunity. Great back throw into the corner.
Yep, and blocks the burst right there as well. Stealthy finding that opportunity to keep themselves alive and utilizing it to the maximum potential right there. Taking Miram's burst out and their life bar. But Miram's already got him into the corners, and this could be a great situation for them. Unless Stealthy didn't bring it out mid-screen like they just did.
Great patience, but unfortunately going to get caught trying to hold the FD there and get scooped up. Nice 2K to go underneath the Bandit Revolver.
He gets the JH. No charge dust on that Bandit Bringer this time.
Yeah, no. But there was a throw attempt right there. Stealthy are seeing a smidge too early.
And Miram's going to be able to utilize that to continue the damage, but drops the JD on the full combo. This is going to allow Stealthy to almost take Miram out, bringing it to a very tight game and using that rainwater to now take it 2-0.
All right, it was looking shaky at first there for Stealthy, and again, like you said, Stealthy matching that tone, matching the momentum, and now that we know the type of play that Miram is going to be putting on against Axel, Stealthy can just preventively, interrupt a lot of these situations. We saw the 5P over the Gunflame, really controlling that airspace, and Stealthy losing a lot of like ground as far as being able to run backwards. Stealthy's just unswayed in those corner situations and still able to gain that distance regardless.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to use that energy right now to not be the defender of 5th place once again. And is able to find the DP to get out of there, though. Forcing the burst now, bringing it back mid-screen, exactly where Stealthy wants to be with burst as well. This is going to be a great situation for them, but Miram finds the punish, bringing them all the way back to the corner.
Counter hit here. Nice. And the OTG to wrap up that round here. Stealthy is on game or set point right now.
The 6P round tries to punish.
Yeah, I mean, this is potentially saving Papel from having to go through the Soul Gauntlet here, but then you have to try to Stealthy's Axel. Nice 5P, just throwing it out there. Send it away. It's fast enough for you. Gets the anti-air.
And then with Axel Bomber right there, Ramir was able to glide right over it and is able to get big damage and the full conversion this time, bringing Stealthy down to about 40% life. but Stealthy not out of it just yet. He jumps over the 6H with the BRC and knocks him once again full screen.
Yeah, that was a great audible call from Stealthy to see the windup of the 6H and say, wait a minute, this is bad. Wild throw is even worse. Hero burst in here, big opportunity, PRC. DP gets called out, expecting a burst. This is still anyone's round right now.
You see Stealthy's in a great situation, just trying to poke from full screen, but Miram still got burst. But it's not going to matter when Stealthy's able to get that close up 5K and take it 3-0 over Miram.
An absolutely tremendous turnaround right there. You know, the confidence to call that burst in that last second scenario too, to know that, hey, I can definitely stand by ground here, snipe away from, you know, a great distance where Axel is really comfortable. We're not getting hit with a lot of these vortexes from full screen situation because, you know what, hey, 2H is all I really need to try to shut that down if you decide to get a little cheeky about it. And honestly, just trying to bet it all on those bursts and still being able to pull out ahead in that end scramble right there. Stealthy coming out here, setting their spot in losers semis. But first, we got to get through this winners finals here. Intel Razzo up against Umisho.
Yeah, this is, you know, it's Razzo having to run through the hard gauntlet over on the winner's side right here. First Axel, then Happy Chaos, but they're able to, you know, use that Razzo excellence to just pierce through and get up right close and personal with that DP forcing the burst up from Umisho.
No concentration either. The jump comes through in the nick of time here. Okay. 5K, no reversal options here, of course, for Umisho, but the FD helped gain some space there so Umisho could make that challenge. Carry you right over to the corner just to get a shatter with Deus Ex Machina.
He gets the wall break, has a good amount of concentration, gets the full reload. First coming out, tries to fireball to beat a close approach, but Umisho's ready to just back off and fling from the other side.
Trade on Dust. Nice knock at the break. He's checking on blocks. The cross up does work with an overhead to boot off the wall. Keep him standing.
Keeps that mix, tries to go for the throw, but Umisho was ready for it, but so was Razzo. Was able to get that full wall break, putting Umisho in a one-touch situation. Razzo gets the hit. S Fireball coming out, trying to close that space. But...
Woo! But no burst. Try to call it out with the blue drift right there. Great shimmy from Razzo, but unfortunately didn't capitalize on the situation here. Razzo in trouble. Full screen situation here again. 6P pushes you right back into the problem that you started with. Blue drift does work out. Gold burst gets the resources to try to turn things around here, and still Umisho not biting on a burst situation.
Using that clone with the last smidge of health they have, trying to make something happen, but Razzo's just staying calm, and DP's out through the steady aim, and they're saying they're not out just yet. Haven't used a gold burst, but they're still in it, and they can still take the round.
Yeah, that was actually a really, like, the go-to answer for sure was that DP, right? We knew the gap was there. You knew you were in chip range, so anything could have worked out here. Great 2D. Umisho finally going for burst. The turbulent situation, though, is experiencing some drastic turbulence. Buckle up for this one.
Yeah, you can see right now just being able to get into back turn, always just burning that meter to close those gaps is a huge tool that Leo has as an advantage over a couple other characters in this game, but Umisho's not going to have it and just keep shooting them out of the sky.
I wonder what Happy Chaos's record for the barrel shooting minigame is in Duck Hunt. You know, like, how many juggles did you get on the barrel?
Probably pretty high. Either that or they destroyed the TV. Those were really the only two options.
But if you lost the concentration, then your high score failed.
Right?
So
don't have to reload in that though, so you got to focus everything only on one resource.
Ah, true. Yeah, you only get one shot.
Yep. One opportunity to seize everything. Just like Raz is gonna try to find that one opportunity to seize everything right now. He's trying to utilize those QKs to force any kind of poke from Umisho, but they're not even having it. He's more than willing to go back and block the full screen, already dealing 50% over to Razzo.
The attempt a bit too far. These are just hip fire shots here, so the concentration isn't built. We're still waiting on a significant situation. There we go. Got her hit, but not able to get the pickup with 5K. That could have been a great carry right there for Umisho. The attempt was made, dropped. Good combo, unfortunately, for Razzle, but the pressure continues.
Yeah, the back grenade was just slightly out of range, and Umisho was able to utilize that to just immediately get out of the corner and say, no, thank you, I'm good. Deus Ex Mountain coming out 12 shots into a wall.
Holy.
Yeah, this is just the classic Umisho. They're just always able to control that space, always able to deal the biggest amount of damage possible, but Razzo's is also being able to continuously find those gaps using the H-Fireball to try to create some pressure, but finds an opportunity to get big damage coming through.
Does hit 6P, pulls through, and an immediate burst from Razzo. Razzo wants to close out the round out of this corner. Already got the carry. This will push over to the full screen situation. Deus Ex Machina.
Good old coast to coast, though. Still needs to get some concentration back, so the start of the round isn't going to be as dangerous as it could be, having to use a lot of it to bring it coast to coast. And gets the 2P right there. Is able to get a full extension off of it, but Umisho still has a little bit of health up, but gets hit by the dash run through right there.
Yep. Big gamble there from Razzo, and it does pay off. The 2S, though, from Umisho. And again, we're about to get this corner situation. I thought Shadow was on the way, but I didn't pay attention to how much meter. There's not enough resources for it. Umisho put back into the corner.
Too many resources to pay attention sometimes.
Oh my
you can
God.
see they're already bringing them once again back to the other side of the screen. Deus Ex Machina coming out with the wall break as well. This is big damage, but this is Razzo we're talking about. Anything can happen. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is their life bar is going to go to 0 right there, with Umisho taking it 2-0 so far.
That round start was literally you're getting ready to go out to the grocery store or something. You know, you're sitting in your car and you're about to pull out the driveway. You're like, oh crap, forgot my wallet. Hit it reverse, pull it back in the driveway. There's my resources. Now I'm ready to go. Okay, so Umisho is up 2-0 right now, giving one hell of a time for Razzo here, who we did see in our fresh cut clips take down Creed. So, I mean, it's definitely possible, but at this point, it's player that you're going up against, not just character. So it's a different playstyle that we're looking at that point, right? Different tendencies, different habits.
Yeah, you can see Umisho is always willing to just walk back and allow the opponent to come in to create those opportunities to end their careers, but Razzo finding the counter hit 214S with the quick back turn, super dealing big damage. Now gets a Nick's opportunity. The IB though on the cross through gets him a great time to throw him back in the mid. The concentration super coming out as well. Getting a good reload. This is not where Razzo wants to be to save too much.
Not at all. The 2K does connect here. Bouncing back, full screen situation. And again, there's the steady aim paying off here. Okay, Blue RC able to get the anti-air and a burst. Didn't extend the combo that Razzo was looking for on that burst. That was supposed to be the expectation for a 5K carry like we've seen time and time again, but Umisho decided, actually I want to reload.
And you can see the burst bait from there really early on Razzo, trying to force Umisho to use some kind of resource, but they're not having only one resource at the last moment to keep it for as long as possible.
Yeah, I think that Razzo can remain comfortable, and that's the scary thing, right? You're in your last life situation here, but and what we've seen so far in the set is that Umisho is not bursting on their first round. Like, it is not happening.
Now, you might see a burst come out here if they find themselves into a burst into a win situation now that they're able to close out, but Umisho is very patient with all those resources, and once again just already bringing them back to the corner, another Deus Ex Machina, but both players have incredibly low life. Razzo just needs to make one clean read, and it'll be a huge advantage for them.
Oh my goodness, no health at all thanks to that clone, but still we're going for chip damage. Concentration's up, has to FD for their lives here, and we're just going to spend all the resources right now. It's almost a checkmate situation. Concentration's far down, unable to shoot, and there it is. The heavy fireball blasting through the clone and able to connect on Umisho, taking that round. A very, very close situation right there.
Yeah, Razzo also being able to make that go out a lot longer than you see most players have to get burst back for this third round right at the beginning, which they might have to use very quickly as this Deus Ex Machina is going to come out after a couple of key hits, and that's actually going to kill.
Hello? Hello?
Oh my goodness. Hello and goodbye to that life bar. I was not expecting that. I thought we were going to be in a nice one-touch situation afterwards, and it was going to, Raz could have that comeback story, get the hype storyline going through, but we said no thank you, close the game.
Yeah, no, I was certain, just like you said, there's one more interaction. There's a, chip situation, no, but a death? Goodness gracious.
Doth it slay was not what I was expecting. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Elfelt Valentine and Strive.
Yes. Still miss her, the reload mechanic was actually really fun. Not saying that it's a fun mechanic, okay? Bring Elfelt back. Anyways,
I'll say no, bring her back. She's fun.
Yeah, she is fun. Papel and Stealthy here coming up in this loser semis.
Yeah, both these players are very good at bringing it back from the brink of things on those scramble situations. So we'll have to see who's able to take it up at the very end. And you got to play a little bit of a less normal matchup for Strive. Not only just Faust Axel, but zoner is not something that you definitely see on a daily schedule.
Right. Unless it's Happy Chaos, there's Happy Chaos. Bizarre, but
that's zoner rush down. This is pure zoner v zoner, and blocking the burst right there will keep you in the corner. Party time coming through, and Stealthy already out of one hit situation.
Yeah, this is looking real rough right now. Thank goodness for RNG on Papel's end, but great defense and tech from Stealthy. Still maintaining that defense, brilliant. The dust completely whipping. This is the opportunity that Stealthy needs, but a jump 2K trade will definitely go in Papel's favor.
Yeah, we've seen Papel use that 5D in those situations a couple of times when their opponent immediately starts to FD, and I think it might be a little bit of an autopilot situation right there, but they're still able to find those opportunities after it to get those wins. But Stealthy's not even going to try to allow those situations to happen, just keeping things full screen and throwing those chains out.
Just runs away. So, nah, I don't want to deal with it. Nice drip. Calls out the command grab. We're full screen, not able to finish it up with that Ren Sem. We're looking for that one last shot. 5D, nice duck from Papel. Definitely poised to look at this. It's that corner situation. Remember, we've seen this before. A beautiful situation against Krieg even. That this is the win condition for Papel. Put you in the corner, and that'll do it. The comeback.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying is Papel is great at those comebacks, great at those scramble situations, and even better once they get an opportunity to just start chucking items out of their bag. That's really where I think they feel the most in control of these games. So you have to do what you can to not allow them to get to that situation. But Papel's Papel, they're going to do what they please, and they're going to toss those items if they see the opportunity.
So we've learned a lot today. Don't get shot, and don't get caught in the corner by Papel. That's really how it is. Great call out on the burst there from Stealthy there, and excellent victory to start things out in Battle of Attrition here with the Pro.
This is exactly where Papel wants to be, just sort of being able to control the pace into their favor. Even with that lower life deficit, they still can create those huge opportunities. But Stealthy's not going to allow that to happen. Just throwing up PRC teleport into the grab, get yourself a new haircut. Let's see what you can do. You can block all that mix, and the JD whiffs right with the FD right there, and is able to use the 5K to take it.
Yeah, really interesting scenario right there, because the Afro state, you're just massive and just completely susceptible to jump D situations from Papel, but just not connecting that time, and Stealthy dominating this corner situation. PRC, nice Tiger lead. Axel Bomber able to get the shatter and return the favor 1-1 right now.
Yeah, returning Papel to sender right there, being able to show that they're also down to be the aggressive zoner in this situation. It's a great call from Stealthy right there to also go on the aggressive, because you can see that Papel's, with them being very reliant on items, they're almost a little too over reliant. So being able to preemptively just poke them out anytime they try to do anything, hit them in those recovery frames, you're going to keep creating the situations where you just slowly bring these games to be in your favor.
Yeah, and at that point, we almost want to see Papel adjust to that playstyle that we saw against Krieg's Happy Chaos, right? Not being so reliant on those items as they're very unlikely to come out, if at all. Nice jump 2K corner situation for Papel, but Stealthy able to swing their way out with a couple sickle tosses.
And you can already see that Papel sort of made that adjustment, just trying to thread the needle, but it's a little bit of a harder needle to thread right now. And
right.
Getting a nice command grab over there, forcing the Afro onto Stealthy, but able to find that hit. Afro and bomb coming out. This is going to be huge damage.
Yeah, definitely. Great round steal there from Papel. So looking real strong right now. Kind of overwhelming a lot of Stealthy's decision making. Great hook.
And line and sinker into the IID command grab into the corner, blocking the overhead mix once again, forcing a burst out from Stealthy.
Up, tries to side swap here, and the jump 2K does come through. Nice, tries to catch Papel. Nice backdash there, but unfortunately able to get out with that drift. So okay, Papel now maintaining that corner control. Stealthy in trouble.
This is exactly where Papel wants to be, but Stealthy's also more than willing to just keep throwing these sickles out, saying, hey, you come to me. You figure out how you're going to win this game here. I got 50 seconds left on the clock. I can make something happen. The J2K's just treating.
Great situation there for Papel, who did have life lead, and now, okay, 6P, the wondrous arc of 6P from Faust here. Papel up 2-1 right now.
Yeah, Papel's just really, really, like, as we said over and over again, that once they get into a scramble situation, they're good to go. This is where they feel they're most comfortable. So, you know, Stealthy, I just think, has to try to force those larger combos right from the get-go to not allow a scramble situation to happen. At least a scramble situation that would put them to having to go to the next round, with Papel already taking it 2-1.
It's ultimately just don't let Papel put you in the corner. Nice 5P interrupt right there from Stealthy, but here we are. What did I just say, Stealthy? Don't let Papel put you in the corner. Do you see this damage?
Yep, we got the good old scalpel loops going on in the corner. And once again, you can see that now it's Papel's turn to sit in that corner, but to drift PRC out of it.
Yeah, goes for that PRC, able to get the side swap, and again, the corner pressure continues. Risk gauge is cranked up, counter hit. Oh, wow, yeah, burst on mix. We're drifting away here, need the breathing room.
Oh, burst as well from Papel. You see the overhead PRC, but Stealthy's able to get away from it. You can see able to trade with that 2P right at the end there. Papel now taking it up match point. An interesting sort of decision from Papel is going a lot more for those anti-air options or air-to-air options, you know, things going like above teleport instead of left or right teleport, because they know how willing Stealthy are to just always be in the air as much as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Great 6P on the dash up right there. Donuts on the ground here. Jump H, Stealth says, "These are my donuts, I'm hooking them."
There's also your new haircut coming out right now. And just trying to block, but hits it with the double JD, bringing him to the corner once again. This is a great situation for Papel. J2K getting hit out by the 2S right there. Goes for the mix and the Axel bomb, but it hits. PRC's out for safety though.
Great dash up here, and patience from Papel too. Push back into the corner here, jump H, connects, nice pickup here thanks to the blue drift. Stealthy is still in this here.
He tries to go for
Great
JT.
Mixes here, Melty Blood is a call-in, a poor burst there from Papel, and we're in trouble. The corner situation, jump slash does whiff there, no blocks on. Bag bomb does get punished here, PRC not gonna pick up.
He's just poking out with the 5P and the 2S once again on those item tosses. Stealthy seeing that window come through and realizing, yeah, I can hit that. And now taking it up 2-2. You know, this is where we've seen Papel all the time. They bring it to those last set situations and always find a way to eke it out. So we'll have to see if they can continue to do that in these games coming forward.
Absolutely, it's the last shot here, and you know, another underdog. Stealthy has been in this underdog position before at a Weds Night Fights, and you know, definitely looking to come up higher and higher in these top 8s. But Papel though has been putting on a show, and I'm sure certainly the crowd favorite tonight right now, nothing against Stealthy here, who's doing a phenomenal job, but Papel has been the story tonight here in the jump H, trying to call out the startup from Papel here, and the approach still relentless to push that corner.
Yeah, you can see just being a lot more aggressive, just trying to crawl over. Drift PRC once again, as soon as Stealthy jumps, just tries to get out of the corner, tries to not allow anything to happen, but Stealthy's in a great situation with that Axle Bomber, able to take it, now bring it to the match point.
Yeah, that air throw turning things around so wonderfully for Stealthy here. Now we got to try to close this out. Great anti-air. It doesn't care that the bomb bag is up there. We're so low, it doesn't matter.
It matters to Papel.
Situation. Yeah, it does matter to Papel. You're messing up Papel's game plan here, especially to, like, you want to play at the full screen game, I got a Ren Sim for you. You can hold this one too. Kindergarten class is out for recess. Stealthy has to slow things down for 2K.
And the reverses super gets hit with the JD, but no full follow-up on it. Still hits with the throw, but gets hit with the counter hit 2S.
Oh yeah. Right, jumps out, avoids the teleports entirely, but the jump D is gonna connect here on Afro State. Last ditch effort burst for this round. Stealthy trying to take with the 5P. Gold burst does connect here for Papel, and the swing connects here. Not a grand slam quite yet though.
But it might be. It was just a good old home run to make it so that that you still are having a fighting chance in this top 8. And we're gonna see if they can utilize that to their extent. Having to burn that burst there could spell danger for them coming up later on versus Stealthy. But you'll have to see it come through, crawls under the 6K, and has now already brought Stealthy to the corner. This is huge for Papel. Command throw, call up your barber.
And you know what? A smart usage of that bomb right there to kind of maintain that positioning, guaranteeing it's going to blow up. Threw down that bag bomb as well to make sure that Stealthy stays in this corner. Another explosion for you. Stealthy in a lot of trouble. 6B connects. There's another bomb, and Kindergarten's about to play, but a bag bomb. The anti-air misses. One of the rare times that it misses, it was the right answer for so long in that set. And unfortunately, that one last swing brings the run of Stealthy down today. But the rise of Papel. Papel's still going, and Papel's about to snap into this next round at Losers Finals.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the rising star Papel over here is definitely is showing a lot with Faust that I think maybe some of these players aren't as comfortable with due to Faust being a less popular character, and just showing that, hey, I have that matchup knowledge. Right. You've got to get through me. I don't have to get through you.
I've been working with this matchup since the launch of Guilty Gear Strive. I've been struggling, and now I'm used to all this. Okay, I'm trying to get some W's. Put Faust on the map here. There's plenty of us out there, right? And that's the message that Papel was trying to put out there today at the Losers Finals. And I want you to go send plenty of love in the match arena. We still have codes left. Just over 20 codes. It's really easy. Just claim the code. You just log in, click the claim code, and if you've already done it, great. What I want you to do now is check out those quests on the side, or tweet it out. Let folks know that we still have codes to use for his Guilty Gear Strive bracket tonight.
Absolutely. Personally, I want to see all those codes gone by Grand Finals. I don't want to see anything left in there. I want to see it all going into those players' pockets at the very end.
Exactly. It's the goal of every night. And you know what? Y'all are pretty consistent about it sometimes. But you like to stress me out. For whatever reason, you like to stress me out as we lead up into the Grand Finals. Are we using all the codes today or are we not? So do me a favor, save me the stress. Use all the codes. That'd be great. Thank you. Anyways, Losers Finals is on the way here.
It's a great game of Losers Finals coming up right now. We're gonna be able to have Papel and Papel and Stealthy already played. My apologies. We're gonna be having Razzo coming up against Papel.
Yes, and wow, I don't think they faced each other at all in the previous bracket. They were both in bracket 1 here. I'm trying to take a quick peek to see how that shook down, and yeah, actually, Papel ended up going down against Krieg. So wow, Krieg actually was the run back in the loser side of top 8 right there for for Papple. So that's actually a really interesting story there to be able to turn around. It ended up 3-0 on the winner's side during pools. So Papple returning the favor against Krieg this time around is a fantastic story. But Razzo never facing off against Papple until now in this bracket. So let's see how it turns out, shakes down. Will Razzo be able to stop the rising star, Papple? The top has been snapped. The button is open. It does the pop. It could be iced tea, or it could be cranberry juice, depending upon what kind of Snapple flavor you're into. I don't know.
Nice, good old Mango Madness is usually my go-to, but let's see what Papple is ready to have their go-to strategy before this match. You know, Razzo's going to just try to keep getting in continuously, as they're always trying to do with this Leo. But Papple doing a great job at forcing these players to stay out. And finding out with the quick little slide over the S-Bloom right there.
Again, and let's toss out a hammer just in case. I mean, we could play this fireball game all you want to, and what's great is that Razzo is not allowing Papple to have fun. You can throw out all items that you want to, but Razzo is totally comfortable throwing out fireballs at that range. I'm surprised the hook didn't come through at all from Papple at that distance.
Yeah, I think Papple was fine just taking those trades back and forth, knowing that they'd be able to build that meter up, and you saw it used with that the PRC command grab setup, and they're using it once again with the PRC right there into the mix into the death. And Razzo really gonna have to try and work hard to beat the rampant zoning that comes from Papple, but Razzo's excellent with those instant blocks more than most other players, so he'll be able to reduce that pushback and actually keep that pressure going where others can't.
Yeah, exactly. Such an important mechanic to try to utilize there. A couple parries to wait for the slump to show up. And we're still going to slap it out. The bravery from Papple. DP, yeah, Brent RC will get this carry off the wall. Try to burst if you want to. We got this.
Razzo also almost having burst back after that round, so this could be very, very dangerous for Papple. We'll have to see if they can try to force a bad burst from the opposite side of the screen, but Razzo's just going to keep dealing that pressure through and through. And once again, we're back in that fireball game. Using the H-Boom early this time, though, just trying to re-close that gap. But Papple's not having it. Gets out a nice undercutting weight. Gets hit with the counter hit JD.
Uh-oh, fireball does connect. There's our hook right there. Probably expecting another heavy fireball to come through. The Afro State activated. And great flash kick right there. PRC right back at you, but 5P interrupts everything. Jump D connects. Carrying up with the 100 tons. Combo. This is impressive. I know they buffed Faust to get a better ratio on positive items dropping for Faust. But goodness gracious, the RNG for Papple tonight has been phenomenal.
Yeah, Papple's just channeling that inner Nage right now and just being able to get those good items come out and being able to use them to their fullest potential as quickly as possible. Absolutely. Which is sort of the key to that strategy with Faust. And Papple, as we've been seeing, they've been using it perfectly for this entire night.
Yeah. It's just so dangerous in a corner situation, so methodical. It's hard to say calculated on a character that throws items randomly, but Papple does utilize each item with a purpose. Like, understands what gets thrown out and interacts accordingly with each of those items on the ground. You know, especially in the last game against Stealthy, right, where Papple was really trying to hold the ground there with bomb, and then also adding on top of that bag bomb to kind of control that space. Great burst from Razzo to maintain that distance.
Yeah, you know what they say, 60% of the time it works any time, and Papple's really a favor of that strategy. This, versus Leo, they've been throwing out a lot more donuts, though. Not as much of these other bomb items to really help control that space. As I say that, it comes right out, but gets hit with it from the trade back.
See the drift, the gold burst. Do we commit this time? This entire bracket, Papple has not committed to the overdrive. And this time, Papple lets it rip and takes the W.
Leo players never want to block on someone else's wake up, so they knew it was coming and was able to use that to clutch it out right there. But coming in with that hammer, but Razzo finds a hit. Now you're once again in Nick City, backdashes the back turn S, but also gets put by the second one. Bob coming up, but gets traded with the 5-8 into the H super. Dordia breaks the wall. This is big damage coming out.
Right back to the corner there, that positive bonus building up Razzo's tension here, and the risk is cranked right now. This means death for Papple in this round here.
Yeah, that's exactly what Razzo needs to keep this their tournament life going for them. Just getting those hits and getting the fullest amount of damage that Leo can bring to them. With the nice instant blocks to be able to hit that 5k, 6k. Already bringing Papple all the way to the corner, but mashes out of the 214S.
Great patience there from Papple in this corner situation. Mini Faust coming in to do nothing. Are you serious? Mini Faust, get over here, man!
He's got a bust to catch right now, but you know, maximum item toss coming out. Nice air throw tech. There's a bunch of weights getting hit by the Afro. Another one coming out and getting sent right back into it. JD coming out once again, but Razzo with that excellent defense not allowing him to get blown up by it.
Mini Faust does help out a little bit here. The blocks, the risk gets cranked on Razzo's end. Let's go for some extra items. It's party time.
Party time indeed, but it's not a bunch of items that are in a good favor for a party time. The Whiffed Gold Burst will allow Razzo to get the DP with an RC into a full combo. Doesn't have the meter 2 super though. 214H not killing just yet. Papple had a sliver of life, and we've seen him come out with this PRC out of the Scarecrow and keeping that pressure going, but Razzo still bringing Papple to one touch at any moment.
Got a little bit of health back here. Tries to get the hook through the fireball. The kids are coming through, but on the side of Razzo here, banana peels are out there. The trumpets searching frantically for something. Anything to help out in this situation. We need the key to get out of this corner, and it's just not going to come out. The resources just were not there. The 2K connecting for Razzo 1-to-1 to tie things up. Game 2, my goodness. And the attempt on that gold burst, it was the right answer at the very least. The attempt was actually pretty solid because we've seen that situation set up before by Papple, and Papple was absolutely doing that and with intent. It wasn't just an accidental burst or a panic burst. That was a situational gold burst attempt, and gosh, so close but yet so far.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those utilizations that you don't see from many people of those gold burst setups, but Papple understanding that versus most of the cast, it's actually incredibly hard to burst. And with how good a lot of these players' burst reads are, it's like, why bother trying to burst defensively when I can just burst offensively, gain access to my good reversal, and gain access to my rapid item toss. As you've seen, once they're able to get that item toss super out, they have a much higher chance of actually being able to take games that were originally being swayed towards their opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. The 6P interrupt though here, and great chase down the backdash as well. Papple in a bit of trouble. Great backdash.
Yeah, this is that coveted Razzo pressure though, just quickly adapting and changing how they play. Well, Papple isn't doing too much, so you got to focus on that next layer, or Razzo's just going to take games that they realistically would be a little bit more in a detrimental situation of. Item toss super coming out in response to the H boom. A lot of good items coming out. Afro bomb bag.
Ooh, got saved by the 100 tons. The hook gonna get DP'd. Razzo taking the lead right now.
Yeah, the drift BRC to make it so that you basically can't be touched by anything and punish whatever your opponent does. Puts him into a great situation, but knocks him into next week. Throwing out those items now. Weights and hammers coming through. It's time to get swole. And Razzo's health bar is looking quite low.
Yeah, it's real rough here. Kindergartner's coming out once more. The hammer's dropping. Mini Faust wants to help out too. The item toss pushing Razzo away, making it far more difficult for Razzo to try to make a comeback here. Great run under actually from Razzo here to maintain that pressure in the corner. And the throw, this is how comebacks begin, but the backdash into overhead. Wow, Papple taking around here to tie it up.
Yeah, Papel once again showing that once you put them in that scramble situation, they're good to go. They're ready to actually start playing. Meteor's coming out though with the Scarecrow mix, but he's able to block it all. Gold Burst is blocked.
And what's crazy is that now it seems as though Razzo is mad calling out these burst situations, whether it's going to be gold or even just, you know, we've seen before call outs on regular burst situations. But the gold burst, nice. PRC able to punish with 5P there.
Yeah, that is the advantage of these online tournaments, being able to watch your opponent's matches with ease from the comfort of your home, realizing, oh, they always do this, let me just do this to beat him. And Razzo figured that out pretty quickly, but Papel's also figuring it out pretty quickly, bringing it up 2-1 over Razzo.
Yeah, this is close. I mean, like, Razzo is excellent at adapting to opponents and playstyles, but it's so much harder to try to adapt to the random number generator that is Faust, because yes, you are getting used to tendencies of when Papel is throwing items, but then on top of that, you're trying to react what item gets thrown out. And of course, like being Guilty Gear veterans and also like playing at a level that Razzo plays at, you're able to recognize the items and how to interact with them in each situation. But once that mental stack gets overloaded, it can be tough here. Excellent gold burst from Razzo.
Yeah, just trying to use anything to prevent those openings coming up from Papel, but he's able to get the counter hit right there, knocking it back full screen. Razzo, though, still sitting with 100 meter. But Papel quickly goes for item toss, super trying to create an opportunity to get that last hit. Ooh. But after the YRC deep, he's out of the pressure. Immediately RCs once again to get the combo and forcing a burst out with Papel.
Nice overhead into the banana. We combo out here with items.
Papel is prepared for this.
Papel is in trouble though in the corner. Nice PRC. Overhead sneaks in. Are you serious? Papel is on match point right now in losers finals.
Against Razzo of all people, you know, that 6H actually does really well versus Leo since you're having to charge, and he's able to use the 5D to knock that projectile back, saying, no, it's mine now. But Razzo gets a burst. It's going to go pushed back right into the trumpet, trying to catch him, but
ooh. Yeah, tough situation right there. But again, the pressure, and Razzo is not giving any gaps. Oh no. You tried that how many times, and Razzo is not having it. Overhead into immediate overdrive here.
Papel still on match point and is just trying to get back to those full screen situations where they're just able to toss items where they're most comfortable. Razzo's not having it with just a quick wall break. Still has burst though, so could go for a gold burst setup, but it's just going to try knocking him over into the other side. Item come out and use the scalpel. Burst is blocked, but no full follow-up. YRC comes out.
The slash connecting. This is a big opportunity here. He tries to push out of the corner, calls out a 6P. Razzo trying to take it and will. 2-2 right now in losers finals, all tied up. And Papel is just on it right now, but Razzo again, very slowly closing the gap. And these adjustments just turning out splendidly for Razzo in this set.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Papel can make that that adjustment over onto what Razzo's doing, because Razzo's just decided, I'm not going to play your game anymore. I'm just going to come on through and you're going to have to deal with me. And Papel doesn't really seem prepared for that. They don't seem ready for a Leo to just ignore what they're trying to do.
A Leo completely beating down the door of defense that Papel has set up.
Knock, knock, who's there? It's Razzo, and your health bar's about to go away. And you can see we're already in a very similar situation to that previous round with Razzo immediately coming in, doing anything they can to trade it, and then just trying to close up space. Item cost, gone.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Fast RC right there. Should have been able to convert it, but too quick. Far too quick there. Nice jump 2K to avoid the fireball, but 6P connects. And Papel in trouble. Overhead connecting here.
The overhead. Still with the plus frames though, you have to respect it with 2S, but doesn't deal enough damage to break the wall just yet, so Papel still has an opportunity to try to make it. Overhead comes out, but it's blocked this time and gets hit down from the sky. Meter coming through and is able to take it. Papel once again bringing it to match point. putting themselves in those scramble situations at their best, getting thrown to the other side of the screen, and just trying to toss those items like a good Faust player. And you can see that Razzo's not allowing them to have it. Tries to catch the 6-piece once again, but it's just gonna fly away.
Watch out for the meteor shower coming through. An additional bomb for you. Heavy fireball connects, uses the bomb bag to try to avoid the explosion. Great life lead into command grab. This is looking real tough right now for Razzo. Not impossible. Razzo not calling out for any sort of DP. That will do it here. Papel 3-2 over Razzo in losers finals. A guaranteed top 2 positioning for a Faust at Weds Night Fights tonight. Folks, this is it. We're at grand finals right now, and Papel has been killing it. We're talking about fighting from loser's side after going down 0-3 against Krieg, getting the run back 3-2 over Krieg, and then going up against Mira 3-2 in a soul matchup. Then he had to deal with Stealthy, who on top of that was also a co-zoner as well. So the same mentality, right, is still able to survive, and then going up against one of the toughest rush down players in the States, Razzo, all coming down to this. Umisho's Happy Chaos against Faust in grand finals, having to win 6 games to take it all. A Faust.
Yeah, it's one of those rare occurrences you can see, but I think if anybody can do it in this matchup today, it could be Papel. But you're not just going through any Happy Chaos. You're going through Umisho. You're going through one of the Happy Chaoses, one of the strongest Happy Chaoses in North America, someone who has that character down like the back of their hand. It's a tough fight to get through, but it's definitely something that we've seen them do before, and we'll have to see if they're able to do it again in this upcoming grand finals match. But you can only get into a scramble situation so many times as well in 6 games.
And you know what?
It's a tough call.
Throwing items out as well is going to be so tough in this matchup, especially how fast Happy Chaos is going to be able to challenge with Gunshot. But it's not going to go as fast as these codes need to go. 14 left in the matcherino here. We're currently at $28.42, graciously donated by you, the people, watching, enjoying the show, enjoying this top 8. It's a killer top 8. And I tell you what, use all these codes before the match is over, please. Here we go. The last match of the night. Papel on the loser side. Umisho holding the W. Trying to throw out items against Happy Chaos is going to be almost a certain death sentence here. But we got our first one here. And you know the win condition. We saw it against Krieg. Puts you in the corner and you're not getting out. What a burst.
Umisho finding that opportunity to burst and deal big damage, bring Papel back to the mid-screen. But you can already see Papel is once again comfortable playing this Happy Chaos matchup. They have had no desire to throw items when they're not in a hard knockdown situation. So they should be able to, play this matchup just as well as they were previously. But Umisho doesn't want that match to happen. They want you to use those match codes as fast as possible because they're trying to take it 3-0 as quickly as possible.
The fastest draws in the West, it's going to be a Happy Chaos for sure showing up.
That's right, partner. Bringing him all the way down with the wall break and just keeping that 6-shooter out from the other side. But, Papel's trying to find those opportunities to slide in like a snake in the boot and find an opportunity to take those rounds. But Umisho's not having it, just using that wonderful aggressive pressure that Happy Chaos has access to. Blocks the overhead and dodges out of the throw.
Well, yeehaw, look at that. Fine shooting right there from Umisho. Taking that first game. I mean, it's going to be tough. We saw it before, the back and forth that Papel had with Krieg. But again, like I said earlier too, it's not just a Happy Chaos matchup. It is also a player matchup, and the tendencies are going to be different. And Umisho has maintained control so far. Will Papel be able to make the adjustment in this next set? I think too that win condition of just locking Happy Chaos in the corner is the hardest part of this matchup right now for Papel. And the relentless hooks, my God.
I think one big thing that Umisho has is in a matchup like this, they're not afraid to burst very early on because they know Faust is going to take quite a while to get that to get those round kills. So that burst will come back over a much quicker amount of time, which doesn't allow Papel to maintain that game plan, unlike they're getting right now, where they're just keeping Happy Chaos in the corner. But Umisho just offering great blocks and a snipe out of the sky for good damage. Concentration super coming out, just keeping that pressure going.
Now, you know, Umisho, who has not really dropped the ball at all when it comes to resource management here. Full screen situation, almost checkmate for Papel. But finding that one rare opportunity with the 2K coming through, mix on the opposite side does work out here for Papel. And yeah, trying to hook full screen is almost a death sentence right there too. We saw the 6P check, but again too, like Papel got away with so many of those hook attempts too at the beginning that, you know, I appreciate the check to a certain degree of like, hey, you're not punishing this, I'm going to keep applying that pressure. But Umisho definitely representing where they need to.
Yeah, you can see just the willing to walk forward during those gaps, just trying to close that space that Papel's creating. Really shows that Umisho is ready for this matchup more than I think you know, some of the other previous players were. Yeah, definitely having that Faust experience, but it's Papel's time to shine. Keeping him in the corner, keeps those item tosses with the Afro, gets hit overhead with the JD, and is able to take that round.
Okay, so round 3, and able to get the cross up. Oh my! Carry over to the wall, let the slump rock. Damn, right. Goodness, you just point blank range, huh? Gonna shatter right through. Great backdash from Umisho, able to get that concentration. Let's build this tension up here. Not able to carry enough to get that Deus Ex Machina, but it's not going to matter. Because Umisho in complete control of this set so far. 2-0 right now against Papel. We are in dire straits. And again, too, like in any full screen situation with Happy Chaos, it's just, you can't let Happy Chaos get these shatters. You just can't. And it's easier said than done. We've seen the hook option from Papel, but again, Umisho is prepped to check it. It's that mid-screen range that you're looking for, right? You're looking to try to get within slash range for Faust. You're trying to get in that close range to really kind of challenge a lot of the interactions there. But again, Umisho's ability to control these resources and manage them so well, like 6P, perfect. You can't hook from that range anymore. You can't.
And a nice IVF is right there, just keeping Faust at that exact range where Umisho wants to be. He just keeps getting that big damage concentration in the corner. Playing that wonderful strike throw game, using the PRC after the throw to break the wall. Umisho on a match point. Taking it, showing that this is their game to win, but we've seen Papel come back from this before, these 0-2 deficits, where this is almost Papel's time to shine, but Umisho's not going to give him the time of day.
That light is dwindling and dwindling fast. The sun is about to set on the horizon here by the looks of it.
Papel's not out just yet, has a sliver of health. Umisho needs to just get one more good shot out, and they'll be able to do it. But Papel's ready to go crazy, just keeps throwing out everything and the kitchen sink to create a situation where they get a nice hit.
Got the risk gauge cranked up there. The gold burst attempt. Umisho, again, complete domination, complete control in this grand finals. A 3-0 sweep against Papel. The story, it was just tremendous throughout the tremendous through this top 8 here. Papel did a phenomenal job, put on a great show, and just put in a ton of work. But again, that resource management from Umisho, being able to maintain that control in this set, was the story tonight. First place going to Umisho. Congratulations. Second, and a big congratulations to Papel putting on a great show. I can't say enough. Razzo taking third, and fourth going to Stealthy in tonight's Wednesday Night Fights.
Yeah, great showing from all of these players, you know, and I really just have to give it up to Papel, just showing that, yeah, the amount of work that they've put in, and then the willingness they are to just play whatever game necessary it is to make Faust do as well as possible was very impressive, because you don't see Faust usually making it this far in any tournament. let alone such one with such high skilled players such as this. So it's a very good showing for them, and I hope to see them in these top 8s in future weeks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And with that pop bonus added each week by Esports Arena, that's definitely more incentive to keep coming out, keep trying to play in these tournaments as well. It's online, so definitely take the opportunity to check it out. It'll be a good time. Of course, tomorrow will be that Series E Invitational, so definitely tune in for that one as well if you're looking for more Guilty Gear action. But that'll do it here for us tonight. I've been Zero alongside Tabby. Tabby, it's been a real pleasure tonight.
It's a pleasure as always doing these with you, Zero. And I hope everybody around here has a great night.
Yes, absolutely. Take care in later days.